Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We are working on the Two Gentlemen of Verona, and we get to hear from Protheus today in Act 3, Scene 1. So Protheus is one of our Two Gentlemen of Verona, and he is our typical Shakespearean fickle male lover. He was in love with Julia when he was in Verona, but then he came to Milan where he met Sylvia, who his very dear friend Valentine is in love with, and he then fell in love with Sylvia himself. And he had a couple of monologues in recent days where he was talking about how he knows that if he allows himself to love Sylvia, then he's going to lose both Julia and Valentine as friends, but how he also feels like he has to be true to himself and love who he actually loves. So he has decided that he is going to go ahead and pursue Sylvia, and he is going to thwart Valentine's plan to use a ladder to get her out of her room and go elope with her. He's going to thwart that plan by telling her father, the Duke of Milan, about it, because then once Valentine is out of the picture, he's pretty sure that he can swoop in under Thurio's nose, because Sylvia doesn't like Thurio, who her father actually wants her to marry. So we start out this scene with the Duke of Milan and Protheus and Thurio coming in, and the Duke's first lines are, "Thurio, go away, we have some other stuff to talk about." So why he had to be there in the first place, I'm not exactly sure. But then the Duke turns to Protheus and says, "So, what's up? What did you want to tell me?" And Protheus says, "My gracious lord, that which I would discover, the law of friendship bids me to conceal. But when I call to mind your gracious favors done to me, undeserving as I am, my duty pricks me on to utter that which else no worldly good should draw from me. No, my worthy prince, Sir Valentine, my friend, this night intends to steal away your daughter. Myself am one made privy to the plot. I know you have determined to bestow her on Thurio, whom your gentle daughter hates, and should she thus be stolen away from you, it would be much vexation to your age. Thus, for my duty's sake, I rather choose to cross my friend in his intended drift than, by concealing it, heap on your head a pack of sorrows which would press you down, being unprevented, to your timeless grave." So this is the part where he tells the Duke of Milan about Valentine's plot, but he's doing it from the perspective of, I don't want to tell you, but I must tell you because you've been so kind to me, but I shouldn't because he's my friend. But if you don't know this, I picture him anyway as being very, very dramatic and very showy about it, because he doesn't want it to come back to Valentine later that he's the one that ratted him out. So that's basically what this monologue is. He's like, I'm not supposed to tell you this, but Valentine is going to steal your daughter away and they're going to run off and get married. And I know because you've been so kind to me, if I didn't tell you that, it would cause you a lot of stress to lose your daughter to Valentine instead of to Thurio, even though she hates him, but you like him. And he's like, I felt like it was my obligation to you, because you have been so good and kind to me, to tell you that this is a thing that is going to happen, and it's going to happen today. So of course the Duke of Milan has a response, but that response is tomorrow's monologue, so we'll get to find out what he says tomorrow. I'll see you then for that. Mwah.